I'm Timothy O'Day.
And I'm Haley O'Day.
And we're back again to cover part 2 of our Bible timeline. Today we're going to talk about the fall. But before we do that, let's remember what a timeline is. Haley?
A timeline is a tool we give our kids so they can understand the order of what happens in the Bible and how it builds on itself.
Yeah, so we want our kids to learn the whole story of the Bible so that when we focus on each part, it'll actually help them understand that one part and then in turn help them understand the whole story. So as we talk about the fall today, we have a hand motion to go with it.
So last week you taught your kids creation, and this time they're going to put their hands down and say the fall. Now my kids like to go all the way down. Sometimes it's easier to keep them contained at the table and just have them put their hands down like this. So creation, the fall.
And when we talk about the fall, a couple good verses to bring into this are Genesis 3, 4, and 5, which say this. But the serpent said to the woman, "You will not surely die. For God knows that when you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." And the serpent here is speaking to Eve and contradicting God's command. God told them that they could have all the fruit in the garden to eat, but not to eat from the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And this is really what we can teach our kids here is the root of sin, which is disbelieving God. When we disbelieve that God actually has good things for us and good plans for us, and we think that he's withholding from us, that's what leads us to pursue other things that we think are actually going to bring us satisfaction. But actually, they bring us separation from God and eternal death. And a good way to illustrate this for our kids, we can ask them, do you like it when I tell you it's time to go to bed? And all the time they're going to say, no, we don't like it. Why? Because they think that staying up late is going to be more fun and better for them even. But what we know as parents, and we can explain this to them, is saying, but going to bed on time is actually going to be more healthy for you, and it's going to give you more joy in the next day because you're rested. And so we can use that to try and illustrate for them that God, in his infinite wisdom and in his infinite goodness, has a plan for us, and that our life will benefit, not only here now, but especially eternally, when we hear his word and we believe him. So have fun this week teaching your kids about the fall and our need to hear from God. And don't forget to add on to this, not just the moralism of listening to God, but also remember to tell them about Jesus Christ. Because sin leads us to death, but Jesus came so that when we place our faith in him, we can have eternal life, which is knowing God.